Welcome. Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. No, not Saturday. That was yesterday. Today's Sunday. We have a lot of sewing. Phoenix has started the first project where she has grossly underestimated the amount of time and material preparation this project is going to take. Hey boys, who's gonna come keep me company? Come on, boys. Who wants snackies? They they're just out of frame. Cause I attempt to curate. We're here. Welcome to the circus, the costume shop. I am your hostess, Phoenix Electra, the MC for this delightful shit show. I have my assistants, the one that the only, the blue, and the Loki. Things are coming along. Oh, he is. There's little man. Like, come on, mom. Why have you not given us snackies yet? Oh, I need to turn this over to the live chat. I think we're live. Should we go over and just double check? Are we a good streamer? We are always attempting to improve. And let's hear if we go to my feed. Me. It says we're live. Brilliant. I should make sure I thumbs up my own show. Awesome. I see us. I paused myself so we don't run too much computers. Hey Loki, do you want to come here? Do you like some snackies? Yeah, how you feeling, big boy? Do you want some snackies? Do you want snackies? Who wants snackies? Who says I should open the concession stand? You ready? You ready? Okay, let us get cat snacks and then let's start stitching at this new hour. Okay. Cords. Loki, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Come on, boys. Who wants snacks? Come on, Loki. Loki, come here. You know, there's nothing tricky's happening. No tricks, just treats. Well, you're gonna do a trick, but I'm not gonna trick you into anything. Come on. Loki, come here. Wee boy. He's hiding. He's staring at me like, can you just give me the snacks here? Come on. All right, little man. You the only one who wants snackies? Loki. Okay, you get a free one. Loki, come here. Dude, ow! All right. She wants snacks in her crate. Do you want to take a couple?
Sure.
All right. Yeah.
I'm not in the shop. Oh my god, there's mine.
Oh no, Loki, come here. Do you want snackies or not? All right, Loki, I will cater to you. Come on, dude. All right, I gotta have somebody on camera. People only come for the cats. I know what's going on here. Hey, Allie, welcome, welcome. You did get here for snack time. Little man's here for snackies. Loki's under the table. He didn't feel like performing today. Maybe he'll come out for if Reapers had snacks. Welcome, welcome. I hope you are feeling better. Yeah, I needed a new time, so we're here on the noon times on the weekends. Oh, we don't want to completely be all bibs. We have so much roll timing to do, and then we have to gather it. And I'm contemplating unpinning what I've already pinned to the bottom and using the gather every 6 that I'm going to do rather than the gather at every stitch, just to have enough, or whether I'm going to trim the other. I don't know what I'm doing. This is the first project of the year where I have grossly underestimated my time and materials needs. Come on, Loki. If I put some right in front, come here. Yeah, come on, big boy. There you go. There's my sweet fluffinator. Do you want another one? Oh, hey, big boy. Yeah, he was being funny, so he needed some stuff. So he spent the whole day yesterday, like, just hiding and being funny. And now he thinks that something unfortunate's going to happen. Or he's just not comfortable. Come here, dude. All right. Whoops. Oki was like, I'm gonna bat that with my giant maxi pads. All right, dudes, we've had snacks. I've had half of a leftover sourdough pancake from yesterday and coffee, so we are crushing it right now. Dude, can you get your butt out of that drawer, please? All right, one more, Loki. Sewing yeah, it is. Especially like moving studio spaces around for, and we're still not quite, well, mostly, hey, okay, hold on a second. Dude, get your fanny out of, get your, okay. And speaking of chaos, here we have pieces that need their rolled hemming finished. Then they're gathering. Then there's the skirt in there with the pieces. There's a little bit of everything. And this sewing isn't going to do itself. Can I move this so I can read? Oh, don't. Oh, no, no. Yes, we're back to the old space from, was it 2 years ago? I was in this room and then I shifted things and then we shifted back because it's impossible to be a live streamer when I was in an internet black hole shittery. So we're back in a giant windowed lit space with lots of light, and I don't know if the light is, I don't know what's going on with my lighting right now, but the sun will shift and we'll see what happens. But yeah, in my head I was like, oh, I can get a whole bunch of this stuff done so that today we're just sewing the tiers onto this can burlesque vaudeville petticoat, and then we'll be done with this project. And man, oh man, was I wrong in my guesstimations of time. Even in I'm still pretty sure I'm gonna have to cut more tiers, but we'll get there when we get there. All right, I don't want to eat the microphone. We should probably get threaded and pretend that we're pretend that we are what we are. But here, anybody, any fun projects, any garden starts that are exciting, any fun sewing projects? Again, we're working on this one. And I did spend an hour and a half, somewhere but 9, I don't know. I spent some time yesterday putting in rolled hems. We're not done. And I was like worried if it was gonna like look super different with the gather every stitch tiers versus the gather every 6 that I think I'm gonna do, just primarily to not need so much fabric, because this is starting to get pretty heavy even though this material is lightweight. And then I'm still soliciting guesses. Nobody's guessed yet. How many yards of fabric are these tiers going to total up to? I am guesstimating somewhere. I think the other day I said between 75 and 100, and something like that, somewhere between 50 and 100 yards of fabric. Wow, Phoenix, you certainly are overambitious sometimes. All right. How's the lighting? How's the sound? I don't want to be more zoomed in. This is fine for today. But we're here. We are here. For whatever reason, the universe decided this is the time and space you shall be occupying. Oh, and I had so much, I rolled it into a ball. Did I lose? I put old stuff on new. Oh, what? What is it? It's like Pandora's box at the circus costume shop. This is from yesterday. Our embroidery pieces. Hey, Loki's Fanny. Let me not lose things. What I don't have is right to my right a place to set my coffee. It's like way over there. But oh well. Wow, 10 good work, way better than before. And it would jump. Yeah, seriously. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, it's nice to be. For some reason, I don't know if my Ethernet cords are old. I'm like theoretically plugged in, but we are right next to the router, so that is helping us. And I think for whatever reason, that spot I was in the other room, it was great to be right next to the roses, but it was like an internet black hole place. Never just roll your project you're working on into a ball. Well, unless you're making a fabric ball. Fair. Yeah, I did it just so because I'd found an end to the tiers and they were in a knot like thread. So I was like, all right, let me just roll these tiers up for right now. Just so I know where they are and where the end is. Oh no, don't double hit. Okay. I can't. In theory, but I also need room to hula hoop, and my big, like 50-inch hoops takes up space. I need room for physical activity in this space also, because my hoop wall is in front of me. I can grab my juggling balls and we can see how badly Phoenix is the worst clown ever. Oh, I know. If that person up in Washington State was really gonna sell that Davis vertical feed, I'm like, maybe I could be sold, but cats need to have space to enjoy. Dove would prefer that I did not completely be a horrible hoarder, and so he can have some space to enjoy, and yeah, I need some space to exercise. Movement is my friend, and going to the gym is. I just don't like people after a while. So I hide in my house and stream on the internet instead. But what are you gonna do? My sibling one time I told them what I was doing because they're working on like the bookstagram stuffs and being online that way. And everybody that I tell, they're like, oh, you're so brave. I'm like, no, I'm just foolish. And as much as when I was performing as a younger human, I would like make myself nauseous and be so anxious about it, I really enjoy it, and I miss hot stage lights. There's something it's an experience being blinded by them, but you know there's an audience out there that's just enamored. So now I'm creating it for myself on the infowebs. I need a table. I need my coffee on this side. I'm going to do it. I'm going to run to the other side of the room and grab a table. I'll be right back. That's better. Like there's the side I reach to and there's the side that I would reach to, but coffee on this side here is not a good choice. Okay. I forgot to smile and sit up straight and do all these things. All right. Rolled hemming. My favorite. So I've got to work on that shirtwaist. Dove keeps yelling at me because the Irish crocheted yoke is pinned to my blocking boards, just taking up space since literally this time last year when did I not want... Oh, you know what? It's because I was working on that project for Mummers and I stopped. And I just haven't gotten back into it. And I need to finish that other project for her and get back to that shirtwaist mock-up. So that should... I need to get this done so we can do that mock-up, so we can finish the one that we spent so many weeks and hours tucking last year. So we'll get there, so we'll have at it. And just continue to attempt to maintain heritage crafts. Okay, now we're all squirrely whirlied. Oh my god. If nothing, be overambitious. For whatever, I was looking at those pleated trims, so I was mulling over making a gajillion yards of that, it maybe in a 2-inch strips, doing all the rolled hems, having a whole bunch, and then waiting. Let's see here, Allie. Well, you don't need to mile. Forced down. Oh, I don't need to smile. Forced clown smiles are kind of creepy. I could show many examples. I'm sure you could. Oh, like the one in the Poltergeist movie. That one is pretty creepy. Yeah, we don't want to be creepy clowns. That's no good. That's also why when I was a younger human, when we made cornhusk dolls, I'm pretty sure I've told this story. Dolls shouldn't have faces. You can there's dolls, but doll faces are also creepy. Sitting upright though, that saves the back. Yes, it does. I'm trying to tuck my ribs, engage my side glute muscles. We're doing active sitting because I don't like it when certain parts start to go numb, and nobody needs to know what parts are going numb. Let's just say sometimes things get uncomfortable. It's been nice. I switched. I switched benches. Actually, I'm sitting on my weight bench. But the height is just a smidgers lower, and I'm a little bit more comfortable than with the 101 bench, because that one, ay. And then I can sit and have my project sitting next to me in its tub. I was thinking, I haven't told Dove yet that with these big costumes, I am going to need to make space for another wardrobe rack. Because I don't think I'm going to have room in my closet for all my stuff. They're getting big. But We'll figure that out when the time comes. Or for stuff I don't wear super often, I guess maybe some more of those vacuum garment bags so that things don't get dusty and attempts to take up less space, but we'll get there when we get there. But for now, I have no idea how much rolled hems we have. What I do know is once we get to the end of this length, I'm going to take a break and we'll do some gathering because I'm going to mix it up. You're right, Allie. I swear, sewing benches feel bad to sit on for me. Anything else is better. I'm starting to get that way too. Did they just not understand? I mean, yeah, I don't get it, but not most ideal for sewing. Which is really funny because they're marketed as sewing benches, but man, oh man. I think a short little piano bench might be marginally more comfortable. Like, do they not think that people spend hours at their machine and that they need a comfortable place for their fannies? Because these girls aren't like Brunhild, where I prefer to stand, but that's, I guess, just a personal preference. Oh, let's see here. Allie, plain garment bags are the ones. Yup, vacuum. Oh, that's true. They can crush and distort. All right, I'll keep my eyes out when I go to the Goodwills. That's, yeah, just someplace to keep them zippered, dust, and attempt for cat hair minimization. I can't say cat hair free because if you live with cats, there's no such thing as cat hair free. I guess unless when you have one of those sphinxes, but then you need to give them jackets and let's see, Allie, they don't need to make sewing seats to be like school seats to keep attention. Exactly. I know. You're gonna pay attention because you're like, I don't want to be like Phoenix and sew through my finger twice, 3 times, 4 times a lady. Let's see here. If I look into industrial seats, they are built like tractor seats, comfortable if you pad them. I used to have a red rolly tractor seat that had a milking stool kind that was like triangle shaped with divots for the fanny, and somebody gave it away on me. It's fine. Yeah, I'll have to keep my eyes open, but yeah, low profile, and we'll figure it out. So far, this is working. I'm getting my sewn pile mixed up with my unsewn heap. All right, there's my mic stand. Curly cues, sprangling. Spring is trying to be sprung. We've got it's supposed to be 70 allegedly for the next 2 days, and then back down to possibly freezing temperatures overnight still. So everything's welcome to springtime. But I've seen some of the fruit trees blooming. The Daphne are blooming, and I've seen pictures of morels, but I don't know where to look for them, and fortunately there's only one mushroom that looks like them, but I don't want to get in trouble with somebody's morel stash, because they're people are very particular and not always forgiving if you find their morel haunts. So just let them have it. But yeah, a nice rolly seat with a fanny cut out like a Love Channel for those nice bicycle seats. That might be what's in order. But we'll get there. I'm glad I realized that the cone works better if I have it angled than straight upright. Oh, let's hear. Oh, you're gonna have frost for 2 more months overnight. Boo. The East Coast. And did I hear that this funny rumor that Ramaswamy wanted to rename, was it Lake Erie to Lake Ohio? Like, okay, that's funny. There was something else funny. I don't know, everything's funny right now. So I have to keep laughing, but I don't like, but also vigilant. Things seem. I'm starting to see smoke, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be a fire. So we'll get there. Oh, interesting, Ellie. You used to get morels in your backyard until you had to get rid of the pine trees they grew under. So they were commensal mycorrhizome pine tree communal relationship. Wow, I'm pretending to use big fancy words. Maybe I should just stick to the 5th grade reading level. Yeah, I don't have pine trees in my backyard, and looks like they're up above 1,700 feet, which is where the conifers start. I'm a little bit lower than that. That's so fun. Things that I never experienced when I lived on the East Coast. Tire chains and snow elevations being delineated by elevation above sea level. Those were new things moving to the West Coast. And not until Oregon was fire season. And had I fully understood fire as the season, I don't know if I would have made the same choice. But hindsight is 2020, and can't take back the past 12 years of my life. What are you doing, Pooper Scooper? Yeah? Why don't you come and sit and be company? Keep me company. Come on, dude. Good thing I can hear you. Where'd you go? Come on, dude. Nope, he's trying to be everybody's helper instead of just mine. Oh, there you go. Come on. Where are you going, dude? Come on. You're distracting me. All right. Silly kitties. Oh, and I've been hearing the spring peepers. The spring frogs have been out. They sound so cute. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Oh, I'm just prattling along. I'm sure, but did Heathrow Airport open back up again yet? Crazy times. But we'll see what happens. I'm trying to decide if I really... I keep looking. Everybody's like at the beach, and I just want to go on a trip. But we'll figure it out. We just watched yesterday. We binge watched over the past couple of days the third body the 3 body problem. That's what it was. I don't know. Feels not partly, a lot of psyop and yeah. I don't know. Let's see. Wow, your frags. Oh, frogs already. Months here yet. Yes, we do have. I did. Yep. But it's. Yeah, frogs already. I think that some of the Canadian hummingbirds come down here to overwinter, because we have hummingbirds all year round here. Oh, you got lots here. Oh, it's such a happy sound at dusk, and you just hear all those spring peepers chirping away. I love that sound. Yep. The sounds of the springtime before. And I saw a mosquito today. I was like, what? I'm not ready for mosquitoes. We can hit you. It is on Netflix. You're socialist psyop alien. It just, I don't know, I don't know. We watched the entire first season and I still don't know if we liked it. You're right, Allie. You know the hummingbirds never stay for winter. Yeah, when I lived on the East Coast, they didn't either. I know they flew south, but I think now, even though I'm at the same latitude, it's more. I'd say that there's a less range of temperature, but that's not true because I can go from 30 the 20s. Very rarely does it get to the teens. That's an exception. Up until the 110s to 20. There's a huge range, but those extremes don't persist for very long. You know, the silly hummingbirds. I got this salvia that really is looking super ugly and needs to be trimmed, but all year round it has some flowers and the hummingbirds just come and have snacks out of it all year long. But it looks so gross. I'm gonna have to trim it this year. I've been seeing it for a hot minute, and now is the time. Especially because there's so much debris that needs to be cleaned up from the snow with all the broken tree branches. Still haven't seen everything that's fully dead. We'll get there. Just at some point, we'll start gathering before I return to rolled hemming, but also haven't gotten to the end of this length yet. It's lost somewhere to the left of me. Oh, hunching my shoulders up. Don't do that. I wonder if Rufus is. I know she had snacks in the other room because she's too good. She's like, I'm either watching my waist for bikini season or I just don't feel like fighting with my brothers because they are brothers in food for sure. I've missed this window. I'm gonna miss the roses, but I'll just have to pick some so we can smell roses when they start to bloom in a couple weeks here. There we go. Oh! Huzzah! I found an end. So when we get to this last length, we're gonna do some gathering. Just so I don't get bored. The other thing that's nice about being in this space versus the other space is there's a giant, relatively open floor so that I can lay this petticoat onto it for pinning the tiers on, which hopefully that section won't bring me to tears, but we'll find out. Too early to tell yet. Oh, everything is itchy and dusty and the pollens are starting. Oh, it's because my hair's up my nose. Phoenix, why didn't you manage your hair? Because I was so excited to just be streaming again and sewing. I'm behind on my stitches with the internet poop in the bed from that other space. This is more of a public space for me. I don't like to stream from my private spaces. And then the whole family can hang out here because this machine is so quiet that he can watch TV, I can listen, and so all at the same time, so I don't get too lonely. Oh well. And I can always hook him up with one of the other machines so he can do some sewing when he's ready. He's got projects he wants, and I refuse to do certain things for him because he's a big boy and who has to learn how to sew. All right, I'm sorry for the nose itching. Oh my gosh. Now I didn't even unpack the other machines. There's the 101, and Brunhild is under her blankie over there. I was just so excited to get stitching. And we were moving other things. Let's see. There we go. One gathering. That's not the one I want. Should we use a different gathering? No, let's use the one, at least be consistent. We're going to move it to, instead of one every 6. It's still going to look full and fine. Oh, okay. You know what? What we'll do is take an end. I'll do a quick practice just to make sure it is how I'm going to like it, and then we'll go on. Let's see here, Allie. Good thing you have all the new space for him to get his own machines, right? He's just going to use the machine that his mother got for me. My very first sewing machine. She's nice, straightforward, early 2000s electric. She's a workhorse. She let me do. Oh, I'm sorry. What is wrong? How did I? Oh. Okay. Trying to get my foot funny. Oh, that way you can borrow from time to time. Yes, that I can. He's probably just gonna use my machine, and I'm gonna let him borrow it from time to time. But close enough. Yep, I learned to sew when I was younger, but his mama got me my very first my own sewing machine, and we've seen her. I think we oiled her with Will because she was a little stuck because I hadn't used her in a hot minute. We should do a fun little project with her sometime, and I should probably turn on and see if my serger needs oiling. Okay, this is my practice. We'll just use this edge. All right, one gather every 6. What do you look like? That's not right. Oh, am I not? Helps if I put the fabric in the right spot. You know, it doesn't. No, we're gonna do the gather every ruffle. I don't like. It's not as ruffly. No, don't ruin the scam. I mean scheme. He gets additional machines so I can borrow them, not the other way around. All right, Allie, we will go with your logic. Dove needs his own machines so that I can borrow them. Fair. All right. Forget that notion. So here, where is it? Is our gather every 6 stitches, and it's just not as full as a gather every stitch, which is going to make it stupid heavy. This sheer skirt is going to weigh 10 pounds. Who knows? I know, Ellie. I forget. I always need to defer to your recommendations because you do know what's best. And I should listen better. All right. We will commence with the gathering. And I'm going... Yep. Coffee. Gather. Let us gather for more coffee. I hear cats getting into trouble. All right, sit up straight, readjust. All right, we got our box, we got our mess. This skirt is going to be so much fun. It's like a costume in of itself. It's going to need practice moving around in. And this time I need to just be nice and careful. I'm just trying to guide the fabric along the guide on the gathering foot so the top stays even and also that the left hand side doesn't get all blubbered. Okay, just letting the machine do all the work, the foot do all the work. I'm just here to keep things organized, which is easier with sewing than with life sometimes. All right, Phoenix, stop making funny faces. You're just grimacing, and we are joy-filled. Oh. And I'm gonna need some anti-itchy skin stuff soon. Oops. Ooh, and my new henna cones will be here. I had to make an order, and I stopped myself from getting sewing threads for our embroidery because I have enough right now. I've completely run out of colors. Then I can start looking again. But I'm really not excited about Joann's going out of fabric because Michael's is farther away and doesn't have the same. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Fortunately, I don't need any fabric right now. But I can't. I'm not gonna be online fabric shopping. I'm not here for it. I like to touch stuff, and fabric is heavy, and I don't want to have to pay for all the frickin' shipping from the East Coast, because the only fabric I was considering buying online was fancy specialty technical fabrics. But that's different than everyday stuff. And I'm not going to be repurposing all of my old vintage tablecloths and stuff. A, because it feels like a crime. And some fabric just doesn't feel nice on the skin. And I have to touch stuff. I'm not looking forward to this. Are their prices expensive? Yes, but I'm not one of those sewers who are like, oh, you little independent stores are gonna pop up to fill its place. Maybe where you live, but I don't think that's gonna happen where I live. And that means I'm just going to have less options, especially because the other place that had huge fabrics also went out of business last year. Hence, this ridiculous project brought to you by $5 for a roll going out of business sale. And I'm just butting up all of the edges from the tiers pieces because I cut them selvage to selvage, so there's no raw edges between the tiers. And when it comes, and then if there's raw edges at the seam when I'm done stitching it together, those are going to get caught up in the seam of the skirt. So I'm not worried about it. Also, this will probably just be spot clean because I have no idea how I didn't pre-wash this fabric. It does a really good job not wrinkling though. Yeah, this ruffle every stitch, it's a lot, but it just looks so beautiful. Oh, I could zoom in the camera, but we'll get there. Let's see here. Ellie, you saw a skirt today made of drapes from the Virginia State court, not the Virginia State whorehouse, the courthouse from 1863, taken by a soldier in the Civil War. Some material seems good like that, some do not fare. That sounds like an amazing piece of history that you got to lay your eyeballs on. Yeah, yes. Some material feels nicer. Some of the tablecloths are just too plasticky. Yeah, it really does depend. Like my vintage ones would be nice, but I like to look them doing at their job-ish, sort of. Did you do in trouble? You're gonna get under my feet. The other day he was standing on the treadle and moving it. Oh, like William's shirt out of awning fabric looks right, but so still right. Yes. Sometimes you don't want your garments to stand on their own, and other times that is having structural integrity is very important to the garment. Although super starched petticoats that stand on their own. Do you want to come on? I'll move this so you can come sit next to me. Come on, be my assistant. Pretend that you're learning how to sew. Come on. That's a boy. Got a boy. Don't leave me yet. All right, fine. Cats. I know that material probably would make really good petticoats for those big giant skirts. Why starch it when it will stand of its own integrity? Oh, good. No FUBARs yet. Hopefully we don't get any. No, I can't. I was trying to pull it, but that's not what I need to do. All right, we're just going to collect it. I don't want it all to be hanging down the back, even though there's space. This is just going to get heavy. Heavy and beauteous. And I've been thinking about what I'm going to do for the waistband. Oh, right. Gathering foot. You need to kiss you with a little oil because you have been working overtime. Okay. Why am I flubbering? I just get so excited to be sewing and streaming. It's like, I do enjoy my parts of my day job, but to just do circus and all things circusy just seems differently stressful. Because nothing is stress-free. Just different. Yeah, I don't know how I thought that the ruffle every 6 was going to look better than... I was hoping that it would look nice and I wouldn't need so many more tiers, but it's fine. It's worth it. And it's also helping my brain to have better perspective, because if we're going to do a petticoat with a embroidery anglaise with scalloped tier, to know how much to cut and how long that embroidery section is going to take, I think that one would just have one tier with the scalloped edge. But it will be fabulous. Not would be. We're going to do it. When? I don't know yet. And I was going to take off the leather house shoes, like the black ones we did last year, but my other slippers are getting old, so I'm going to throw them out. Zen style stress. Yes. Yup. This is enjoyable stress, not bad stress, because not all stress is bad. Running a marathon is a stress, but most folks choose it because they enjoy they want to do it, not... This is a privilege, not a chore. Just like exercise, it's a privilege. It's an enjoyable thing, not an unsufferable task. And I want to have nice, strong, functional muscles, not bodybuilders. I don't want show muscles. I want to get back to my circus muscles that do jobs. And maybe we can start working on an apron would be... Oh, let's see here. The one in 5 or 6 rough is generally only good for drapes or hanging items around the house. An apron would be another fit. Yup, that's what I'm seeing. Where you want just like a little zhuzhing, but not full on. But yeah, the gather every stitch just looks better. Okay, now I've got enough of a length. Hold up. Because I was also contemplating whether, and I know what the answer is probably going to be, to take a pressing cloth and gently press the top of the ruffles so that they lay nicely. But the thought of ironing that many yards makes me cry on the inside. But I was like, it might lay nicer. We'll get there when we get there. We're not there. Volume in a petticoat needs all the ruffle to get that look and floof. Yes, it does. You are correct. Yeah, and this vaudeville burlesque can to petticoat just needs all the rough and fluff. Then we can think about what type of a cute, ruchy, skirty thing. If we're going to make the black and white red paneled one, we'll get there. I just get lost. Should just be... Maybe we should just rename it to What Underwear is Phoenix Gonna Sew This Week? Because we do sew more than undergarments. Just not always. Okay, where? Oops. Okay, I don't. Stuff is sitting on top of stuff. Er, Phoenix, laugh it off. This is fun. We're having fun. Are you having fun? I'm having fun. We're here for the lols, but I don't want to be a lol cow. Oh, I did hear there. Oh, that one chick who was complaining about the airline seats and all of these things and protesting outside of in the Seattle airport. I guess she's had some interesting misadventures, and I don't know. I do know. Let's make fitness great again, and there is a too big, just like there is a too small. I want to be just right for me. And I want that. Do you remember that red little romper with the roofly sleeves? Yeah, I want that to fit again, which it will shortly. If I recall correctly, need to figure out, because the back's kind of, the snap at the back needs to be, I think I need a hook and bar instead of a popper, because the popper lived up to its name and would not stay closed, and that was not ideal. I'm glad that we decided to do some ruffling, but oh, go the right direction. Did I break the thread? No, but the ruffler foot does. I need to be carefuler, because I'm using my Cadillac ruffler and we don't want to flubber up. Oh, that was scary. I don't like driving backwards with my fancy feet. This was really just an exercise in patience, because you can't. It does the driving. You just need to keep everything from getting flubbed up. Just stay out of the way. And come on. But why would somebody do this by hand? Why hand-based and gather when you could just use your ruffler foot? But those, I know folks have been around for a while now. I'm a huge fan of these old-fashioned feet, because they came out because fashion was popular a certain way, so they made feet to make it fast and easy. I think they are brilliant, and I should say it and not spray it. Oh, hey, Loki. You want to come sit in the window with me, big boy? Okay. I know, he's moving stuff around over there. Just looking at the cute fluff that nobody else can see, but he's here keeping me company. My assistants. So fingers crossed that we'll be done with this petticoat Wednesday or next Sunday. I need to hurry up and get this signed in, just because I don't want to get bored. And this is going to be so fun to wear. Alright, well, back to my... I'm not going to have a cat sitting next to me, then the tub with the pieces will... Also, I'm trying to keep it off because the other day, the tears were flooping down, and I don't want to have my feet treadling on all of these beautiful big ruffled floof sections. So I'm trying to keep it contained. Hey, William, did you make it back safely from your misadventures? Did you make only good choices? I know, I needed new times for the weekend shows. Sundays at 3:30, when I was done, it was just like, oh, and the weekend's over, and it was too sad. So I was like, let's start earlier. Because I was almost like almost not looking forward to the Sunday show. I was like, that's not right. I do enjoy what I do here. Were you good with your purchasing, or you're like, I'm gonna be here, we're gonna make bad choices? Did you get a pallet of fabric? See, I'm not the only one. I know, this is why I was like, all right, Phoenix, you cannot order a 64 color 1,000-yard spools of fabric yet until you use up some more, until you really need it, because you gotta put it somewhere, and you've got supplies still. Oh, yep. Good times. I'm just... Look at all this ball of ruffles. All your no-buy came to a screaming halt. That's what I was figuring as much. Let's hear Ellie not making good choices. A serger for home use. I have a serger. I'm just not using it. I feel like I have a love-hate relationship with it. But yeah, that's why I tell myself I'm on a low buy. Because then I'm not trying to over-purchase things. However, sometimes things just accidentally either come home with me or show up at the door from Amazon. And I just can't help myself. So let's see here, Allie. So you basically saved up 109 days for a bulk purchase. Yes, yeah, that's what I do. That's kind of why I want to go back to the Goodwill and see if that 4-way stretch zebra fabric is still there. But it doesn't matter. I've got... Phoenix, you are not in need. You are just in want. Oh, William, I'm not buying... The not buying fabric thing got to me. I'm back home. Have you been sewing and have you made enough space for all your new purchases? Are you going to lose fabric again in bags? The return of the red eye. Oh, funny. By the end, we're gonna hardly be able to see the machine. We're just gonna have this giant pile of ruffles. Oops, there goes my mouse overboard. Who needs a mouse when I've got a touchpad? And I didn't know, this whole thing about these young sewers using AI to generate patterns and then not even pattern testing them and then just trying to sell these things. You have space, kind of. So you got a red eye and maybe a tape. So not only was there a fabric haul, but there was a machine and a half that came home. Now I'm picking up what you've been putting down. Allie says, sounds like a 1900 or a Singer 66 treadle. Guess we'll have to wait and see. Oh man, yeah, somebody was I saw in the table a Kenmore, like the 50s or 60s, but I just can't right now. Oh, Allie, and of course, fabric padding to cradle the machine and the tables on the way home. Yes, of course, because who needs bubble wrap when you buy fabric? I thought that's what the purpose was. A number of times when I've been moving and padded stuff in fabric or yarn to keep it safe. Oh, Williams fully relapsed. The tweed is great for packing. Yeah, super fluffy and you know what I did the last time was I had a tub that I was just shoving it into. Yep. That is, Allie always has the best ideas, William. We've learned this over time. I'm not sure. I just need to listen to Allie. I don't think I've been steered wrong yet. Oh, there's a couple of spots where the seam is not perfect, but we'll go through and hand fix those later. Not everything's perfect yet, but we're getting there. Let's see here, Allie. I'm so glad I have no more space. I have seen so many nice tables and machines lately. Yeah, why is it always like feast or famine? There's nothing, and then there's just this slew of fabulous things that I just don't have space for. I'm glad I'm getting close of either having to let go of things I've made or find different ways of storage. And I'm just not ready for that. Because then I have this enabler who's like, oh, you, that's fine, go get it. But then in the next breath, it's like, oh, you've got too much stuff. Let me just throw it to the garbage for you. I'm like, stop giving me mixed messages, human. Oh, you are. I'm talking from experience. You always talk from. It's true, and that's why I value your recommendations so highly, because I know they don't come without merit. Your room, William's room, is officially full. Yep, mine too. I need space for cats walking and hula hooping. And those big multi-on-body hooping tricks that I need to get back to practicing, they take up floor space and things just take up space. Don't. We might have to. Okay. Looped it not right underneath where I'm going to treadle accidentally on it, but now we've got a clean space so folks can see. Nope, just that way. Thank you. No, No, I'd like to do all the rolled hems then all the gathering rather than to just rolled hem one half, gather, and then do the other rolled hem. That order of operations doesn't work in my brain. Oops, there, we're at another end. Hey dude, no, I just want to walk around. Yesterday, Brave Roofers just sat through the whole show with me and kept me company, and today, nobody. They're all more excited with what's going on in the other room, or hiding from what's going on in the other rooms. Oh. Whatever. Don't. So curly cued. Yeah, so I'm just catching all the ends. Oh, this is where I started. Some of my tiers are 9 inches, some are 8, most of them are 7. And I'm just going to roll them all in together because I foobarred. And it just is what it's going to be. No, it wasn't a foobar. It was just a little... You should have double-checked Phoenix. Oh, right. That's... Okay, so when all these other big projects, embroidery on glaze for a tier on a petticoat or skirt or something. And then those 2-inch trims, all of those rolled hems, then we can fold them and do... put in box pleats through it and then stitch them open, how they do the fabric manipulation as trim for some of those over-the-top old-fashioned dresses, gowns, whatever. Like, that sounds like fun. Just up my alley. Yards and yards of rolled hem because we all know that's one of my most favoritist feet. My number one foot. The foot that would get the prime position on my only feet page, my rolled hemmer. Okay, where are we? There we go. Sit up straight. Ooh, am I gonna? Maybe so. And I'm just mumbling to myself now because oh, Allie, the longer ones, keep those for the hips and then the shorter ones at the bottom. That is a good idea. Now I wished I hadn't mixed them up because oh. No, but you're right. Because there's shorter one at the bottom right now, so I haven't stitched that down. I'm going to unpin that one and move it up. That's what I was thinking. That would be good. Yep. Again, so smart. I appreciate every time you help me. Time, space, and countries separate, but knowledge is shared through the power of the infowebs. Thinking out loud is part of the sharing the creative process. This is true. I concur. Because I can tell all the stuff to Dove, but sometimes I just need somebody else with it because he has an eye, but not always the experience. I've got one short one in this row. Well, it'll get lost. It does help to talk and think out loud sometimes. Or I'll sketch something, or just I'll take a bath and stop thinking for a few minutes, and then usually the answer cometh to my brain holes. Barry, you're being funny. There we go. Okay. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, I wonder how many more tears I'm gonna have to cut. Or I'll space them out a little bit farther, either like 3 or 4 inches from the top. I'll figure it out. It is going to be a fun one. But do I ever make anything that's not fun? No. Oh, vacuum clean. Hey, when did you get in here, little dude? You know, it's a good thing I can see the monitor to see the cats, because they're so quiet I can't hear them sneaking up on me. Yeah, because I'll probably pin some of the short ones to the top at the waist, sew some of those down, try to get the longest lengths for the bottom, and then fill in the middle. What is something? Oh, at my packages. Yes. Okay. I feel like we've moved up in the world. We've got our own. Amazon has its own delivery depot with their own Amazon trucks, and then they send me a text. I'm like, oh, my package has come. Let's see here, Allie. Now you know why they made one layer of ruffled petticoat over a hoop. I do know, because yeah. The hoop takes up so different. Yeah, yes. That I am reading this. What is it? The book is taking me forever because I keep falling asleep through it. No, not our novel. Here's my life. The Art of Fashion from 1850 to 1859 curated by Deb Salisbury. Is that her name? Salisbury. Yeah, I guess she's got a couple of other ones and looking at those dresses, I'm like, oh my god, those look amazing. But also, the hoops underneath there. Oh, and now okay, don't step on the roofles. The last thing we want to do is rip it. You're not practicing the frog stitch this morning. I've got enough boning. I could. No, Phoenix, we're not making a hoop skirt right now. Don't even. The answer is no. You've got the corded stays to finish, and if you need another corset, you can make a ribbon one because you've got a whole bunch of ribbon. I'm not making a hoop skirt or a pair of panniers because we're not. Oh my god, Thumper, what are you doing, little dude? It's sounding like a herd of elephants. How can one cat sound like an entire herd of elephants? Yeah, Allie, that 1850 to 1859 is the bell hoops era. Yeah, these skirts are just fascinatingly huge. All of the ruffles and the tiers. It's like peak cupcake costuming. And to think that they did all that by hand still, I'm like, no, I'm using my machine. You've seen two for the winter wear up here under fur outfit. The hoop cage is iron and one had a step-in gate. That seems to make sense because trying to get that over your head, like it, all that space because they're so sturdy. Oh man, you've seen some amazing things. And yeah, that sounds spectacular. I don't. Oh, underneath there's a skirt in the bottom of that tub somewhere. Oh, and then there's the pieces where I still have rolled hemming to do. We'll be here. I am going to mute and I'm just going to mute for 1 second because I need to step away. I'll be right back. We're back. I tried to talk before I unmuted myself and I was like, wait, Phoenix, don't do it. Don't start talking yet. Now we're back. Okay. Ruffle, 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 ruffle all the way. Ruffle here and ruffle there, ruffle all the way. Ooh, why is my voice cracking? I'm not a teenage boy. Never was, never will be. Silly, silly, silly. Okay, oops. My hands think they want the coffee jitters. Don't do that. Just slide. Slide in there nicely. There we go. Sometimes getting the fabric in the ruffler foot seems more stressful than it really should be, but you just want everything to go correctly. We've been good. I haven't errantly sewed the wrong pieces together, so that's good. You know what I have not tried yet is to use the ruffler foot while attaching another piece of fabric all in one fell swoop. Maybe sometime we'll do that in the future, just not anytime soon. Partly because I don't know what would be the right thing. Oh, I take that back. But how would... Never mind. My brain is getting lost with thinking about which is the right side and the wrong side of the fabrics. And the gather. Never mind. I don't know what I'm mumbling right now. I'm not. I'm trying to... There. Ruffled. To be ruffled. To ruffle or not to ruffle? Usually the answer is to ruffle. Why not? Oh, sorry, I've got the fabric all in there. You know, my brain was thinking that the next time we do something similar to record it all, instead of just live streaming it all, to maybe do like compile it into one curated pre-record, with the thought of speeding up how many hours of footage of gathering, rolled hemming, and ruffling. Why would I want to sit and edit that? Oh, let's see here. You never used the shearing plate with the ruffler. Should look up fiddle bits on YouTube. Interesting. If you need help making the shearing plates to the ruffle, you can help. Okay. All right. Let me look into this, and I will probably get back to you in the not too distant. I always better than anywhere online. You could really look spectacular. I will investigate this, Allie. This I can. All right, don't get ahead of yourself. But all right, sweet. I'm super awesome. I am going to investigate that. I found the video of the Brazilian auntie making the embroidery transfer paste, and I haven't done it on the Saturday show yet, so we can do that in the not too distant future. Additionally, I should just take this individual up for their offer and send them the video, because I found myself a native Portuguese speaker from Brazil who offered to assist us in this translation adventure. So stay tuned. Yeah, I'm going to have to sharing plate with the ruffler. I love it that I know what all these words mean, but in that in this sentence, my head is not telling me what it's supposed to look like. So this is going to be fun when we get there. You do that right, because I'm just still learning. I don't claim to be able to have any authority in the world of sewing. I just am a fool who's not afraid to show up and try stuff, which sometimes is half the battle. Oh, what? Little man is trying to open the door, except the door's locked and he's just making noise. What are you doing, dude? Yeah, I see you. What are you doing? Yeah, well, come here, big mouth. Come on. You're being so noisy. Yeah, you. All right. I'll try to move the... There. Move the ruffled tub down so we can watch the cat. Lounge lizard. I think up here with all my plants too. It's so good to be back in Stitches and InfoWeb's working. Project plans machinating. I don't know. That's not really a word. Is he being mean to Loki again?
No,
You're just being a pooper duper. What do you need to play with? Thundercat is trying to create chaos in his wake. Ow, okay, come. Don't flub it up now, Phoenix. Okay, there we go. I was afraid that I was getting the top rolled hem mushed up into the gathering stitches, and that would be terrible. Let's hear, Al, you just checked. Fiddly Bits doesn't have the shirring plate and ruffler foot anymore online. Oh, pooper duper. All right. We'll figure it out. Because I've got... Okay. Well, thank you so much for checking. We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll go through and look at the manuals. Well, if they don't, then we'll have to figure out how to do this. If it's not curated on for the InfoWebs anymore, we can't lose knowledge. We're here in the Knowledge Preservation League. Sure, that's what we'll go with. Where we attempt to maintain certain aspects of heritage crafts and skills because analog is better. I just love the sound of this machine. Oh, unwind. There we go. And I am double checking that I have all the top stitch, that our tiers are all right sides up. I see you back there, Trouble. Now, I moved his cat bed because there's one sitting in front of on the table for the 101. When little man jumps up on just the edge, the table sinks like 1.5 inches, and I'm afraid he's gonna break it. And I know that if I put the machine away or fold her into her table, I'm less likely to use her, and the oil will like spill out. One thing, when we get there, we should probably figure out our different camera angles for the different machines so that I can start rotating through, even though I frequently just end up back at this machine because of the way she sounds. And the kinesthetics. I like the active treadling. Just like it. Oops. Don't be. Oh, sweet. Oh, Oops, I thought about this one more second. She has one here using the part number 12 ruffler that you don't have, but will show you to use the bits. Oh, sweet. All right. Let me. Oh, I pulled it up. Control C. Wait. Nope. Oh, I pinned it. Oh, that's right. Pinned comment. All right, we're gonna. Awesome. Let me. Oh. Oh, skip. All right. Let me. Sweet. I will check that out momentarily here. I want to watch it now, but if I get distracted, gotta get a couple more ruffles done. Just a couple more yards. Oh, don't fudge it up. There we go. Sweet. Thank you so much, Allie. Why am I... What's wrong? No, it's me. Just relax. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. Do I need to tighten my belt again? Sweet. Oh, good day. Good times, good times. Okay, yeah, I think this noon o'clock time is better for my brain. And the light's nicer in this room. And then in a little bit, it's in it. Oh, I really like the light in this room. How pretentious am I? Just enough. Okay. Well, can I go with just the right amount? I really do need to oil this ruffler. The ruffler is getting a little squeakly in, and I hear it. Do I know where the end of this is? Okay, I'm just trying to find see where the end is. I know there is one. Okay, there's this chunk, then there's a whole bunch that needs the second edge of the rolled hemming done, and then more ruffling. And then to start to attempt to pin things down and see how much more do we need to cut and do, because I don't know yet. I do know, I don't. Stop getting kvetchy. Oh, that's right. I can bitch if I want. This is my show, and it is the Stitch and Bitch. And I've just really didn't feel like bitching about current events because it all feels like a disaster. I just need to keep being aware things don't feel right. I think things are going to get worse. And how, I don't necessarily know. Just things are funny. Vara funny. It's a good thing I put in a whole new bobbin, or a freshly wound bobbin, because at some point that's also going to run out. And it hasn't yet. But it will. And I pre-wound 3 more bobbins this morning. So I like to have a whole bunch ready. Oops. Okay, there we are. Oh, don't scratch your skin. Something funny? Nope, everything's fine. Everything's great. We're having a great day. It's sunny. It's pleasant. It's not a shit show yet. Unless it is, and I've just not been paying attention somewhere. Oh, get back here. Leave. Oh, I know we could. I need to grab, before we can do the mock-up for our shirtwaist, I need to take my sleeve pattern and make it a little bit more Lego mutton shaped. I don't think I want like the most gigantic sleeve poofs, but it does need some sleeve poof. Because it'll just because. So I think I'm good. I've seen that I can slash and spread the sleeve cap for that shaping. We've got reference patterns we can consult. I'll start with the sleeve I already have drafted, grab our paper tracing tools, and go from there. Because I think it might be nice to do the shirtwaist mock-up, because in my head that'll be just a one program project. So I'm gonna need a quick rewards project after this. Sometimes you can make a big project, and sometimes you just need to sow yourself some immediate gratification. Yeah, it's gonna coming up. I'd done a mock-up of a leotard with raglan sleeves and my princess cut with the shorts, and the shorts parts worked out good. The raglan sleeves turned out great. The center of the princess cut piece did not, so instead of cutting out fresh pieces for all of it, I cut the one that did not work apart, saved the sleeves and the short pieces so that I can just recut the center section and try it again. Because my brain was like, why recut words? Why recut the pieces that worked for a something that's trash when you can just cut the good pieces and get rid of the trash. Oh, where am I sewing? Where's the ruffle? There we go. I think if I make one of these out of the green with the stripes, we're going to... I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to make 2 of them. Or I'll make the ruffles longer, so I need less of them to fill up the whole skirt. Phoenix, just get the one that you're working on done before you think about a second one, okay? Okay. Yeah, so I just regularly just continue to make sure that everything is lined up the way it's supposed to. And I just let the ruffler do its work. Just there to make sure it doesn't get mucked up. Okay, but whoa. No, the other good thing about starting early is that I can just keep on sewing before it gets dark. Not that it's gonna get dark yet, Phoenix. We're in the sun shining part of the year, not the dark times. There we go. I know, I was like, oh, we've got a new petticoat. We need a new undergarment. Not Gunners, what, Bloomers and Chemise. And I was like, wait, Phoenix, you've got that blue one with the insertion lace that you haven't even tried on yet. Which will be super cute. We've got all of our corsetry. Look at little dude. He's not letting you outside. That cat. He wants everything. He wants food. He wants to go outside. He wants to just yell. He is just going absolutely bonkers. What? Do we need a cat break? Do I need to scoop you up and bring you over here? Yeah. Okay. Let's have a kitty break. Do you have any words for your fans? Would you like to say anything? Okay. Okay. Catbot. Oh, don't scratch cat fur over my coffee cup. Phoenix, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? I think you've got a rattlesnake tail. No, he just wants to play and fight. Oh, did I? Ugh. Ugh. I'm gonna forget that I think I have cat fur in my mouth. Oh, gross. Gross. I'm pretty sure I scratched cat fur into my coffee, and that is both a tragedy and gross. All right, Phoenix, just take a break from the coffee for right now. He's trouble, that little dude. Absolute trouble, that one. Oh, no, I need to run and get water. Okay, that was a misadventure. Okay, do not drink the coffee right now. Oh, I got. Oh, we're back. Oh my god. That was something that I'm glad I made sure ugh. Okay. Phoenix, stop your yakking and get back to stitching. These gathers aren't going to put themselves in. Oh, time to eat again. What should we... What's in the concession stand today? Guess we'll find out. I was looking at sourdough cinnamon roll recipes. I know drinking Harry coffee. Yeah, I should have thought that one better because that was bad. That was really bad. Note to self: don't scratch kitty over coffee cup. Ugh. Oh man, that was it. That little dude gets me into the most awkward positions sometimes. Because it's not like Loki and Freya bite through my hand live on air or try to literally gag me with cat hair in my mouth. Oh, that was gross. It's just the... Well, we don't need you don't need my description of that experience. If you've had it, you know, hair in your mouth just doesn't feel nice. The worst part is that I ruined my coffee. Or I can filter it later, whatever. Oh well, no more coffee for today. Oh, we're almost... I think... Let me at least get through this section. I think... Oh, right, I think that's the cat's job. That is the cat's job to have cat hair in their mouth. It's not my job to have cat hair in my mouth. Ugh. No. Not my favorite experience. Oh, and next week will be fun because Freya Frufers has a dental visit on Friday. So that will be something. Yep, no Dirty Harrys. Where did that go? I am. Phoenix, you are losing your marbles with all of these ruffles, but they look so pretty. Okay, come on. Ruffle it good now. We've only got like 50 more yards to go. I can't wait to swirl around in this skirt. This is going to be something. It'll be like the orange one, but even swishier because the fabric is longer. I think that's also. Did I say this last time? I don't remember when I was talking and the show was working over the past couple weeks or not, but I had thought when I had first cut the ruffles, I had enough because when we did the orange cupcake one, it didn't take as many, and I was reflecting, it's because the circle skirt wasn't as long. That one is more of a T length, and with this fabric being 120 inches from selvage to selvage, it's way bigger than the 56 or whatever that one is. So the skirt, it just is literally bigger. Requires more ruffles. I don't know why I keep thinking about those trims. Sometimes I realize I just like making parts of things. Like all of the crocheted flowers that we need to finish, or the Irish crochet for our shirtwaist. You just take all of these little pieces and then I just have to finish putting them together. And now my nose is going. Ay, ay, ay. Guess I could run to grab a hanky. All right, maybe. All right. I can't sit still today. And I'm going to move my coffee so I don't drink it. I know myself, if it's sitting next to me, I'm going to think I can drink it. And it's not drinkable. What? More ruffle. It's true, Allie. More ruffles do equal more swishing, and this is going to be swish-tastical. And now I'm going to have to learn the dance from the Moulin Rouge. So we've got that we can dance in our fancy petticoat. This petticoat is a workout in and of herself, I think. I meant equal. Yes, I got it. Sometimes I know things. Sometimes I don't. Right now I'm looking at how many guys are working under the hood of one car. I count 5. Oh. Okay. There's it one guy working and 4 guys standing around watching the other one do stuff. Are they lifting an engine block? I don't know what's happening. No, Ellie, auto drinking can lead to hairy coffee at this point. Yes, it can. And I think hairy coffee may be worse than spilt coffee. Because hairy coffee gives if I forget, then it'll make me excited that there's coffee left. If I'd spilled it, then I would know it was just gone. And yeah, that is a different tragedy for sure. And now we have Mount Rufflemore. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. It is Benadryl season. or else Phoenix gets the lovely dermatographia, which is this fancy word that means skin writing, or if I touch something for too long, my skin gets red and itchy, because it does. And dermatographia is just, at least it's a fun word. Skin writing. I need some new songs in my head. I was thinking I was going to put on the... maybe next I'll figure it out, because I don't... sometimes I like to listen to stuff, but I don't want to suffer folks through. But maybe we'll pick some old vaudeville tunes. Oh, speaking of old... okay, I don't know where my brain segued from this to this. I guess at some Chipotle in the Alabama or Arkansas, I think Alabama, they had to put up an apology because they were out of vinegar sauce, but the person who wrote the sign spelled it was Vinigger. Yep, that's how they spelled vinegar. Vinegar. I thought my spelling was bad, but that was different. Or that girl who had graduated with honors from high school but couldn't read or write. Like, what the frick is happening? I'm definitely not the best speller, but I am trying. And actually, is it ironic? No, it amuses me that me seeing all of these horrible spelling makes me want to make sure my spelling is better. So, I'm trying to be more careful seeing all of these absolute disasters of spelling tragedies. So, I guess I'm being shamed into practicing, but if that's what it takes. It's better late than never. And for different reasons, there's words I can spell that are not usual words, but... Okay, I am twisted. Can we untwist? What? There we go. Yeah, we might need to make spelling great again, because I don't even know if autocorrect would pick up on some of these things if they're so what is this even supposed to start with? What word were we thinking of? Vinegar. Oh god. Oh, let's hear. Oh, you're right, Allie. The students use their computer to read to them and then talk to text for writing an assignment. Yeah, you're probably right, and that just... I don't get it. I'm old enough. That's not how my brain works. I don't even talk to text on my phone. I would rather type. Oh, they're not even being trained for a good worker slave anymore. What the fuck? Seriously. They're so inept. They're being trained to be TikToker. What are the skills of these young people? Because they can't write. They're using, and between talk to text and then consulting Grok or Chat GPT or whatever AI thing, they don't even know how to think. How are we going to have skilled sewists for when Allie runs over for our a legal president of the combined Americanada. How are you going to have an appropriate workforce? These kids are going to be worthless. And I didn't realize there's this whole thing on TikTok of like people who show off their horribly, not just like cluttered, but dirty, messy houses. I'm not good. I just don't show stuff, or I curate things for you. There's called smoke and mirrors and illusions, or yeah, I don't know. But I try to curate stuff, so I pretend to not be an absolute disaster. Just a partial, just a mild cyclone. And no, not World War tornado. World War tornado. What are you even talking about, Phoenix? Talking that we are almost at the end of this section of the ruffling, and we had no disasters, so don't stop paying attention now, because you get excited, you get to the end, and then you completely, absolutely fuck something up if you're not careful. So let's buck trends and not do that. Stop looking for cats. There's nobody in the room with you. You know, I'm glad I stopped myself from thinking that after I sewed all these ruffles down, we were going to cut little strips and then add another ruched add another layer of details with fabric, and I said to myself, Phoenix, you are not doing that. Mostly because this skirt's going to be heavy enough, and we would like to finish this year on this project. This is not a multi-year misadventure. Just a multi-week misadventure. But that was partially with the internet not streaming. Though I did do stitching by myself, because I remind myself, I can sew by myself just for the fun of it. I don't have to be chatting and live streaming. It does make it more fun, but I don't have to. Ooh, this is our last panel for this section. But don't you worry. We will be back to the rolled hemming momentarily. I'm almost done with my stupid expensive maple syrup. I wish that sugar maples grew west of the Mississippi, but they don't. Don't fob it up. We're so close to the end of this section. Wow, thanks everybody for popping by the circus. Weird. This time seems to be pretty good. If you don't mind like smashing some buttons for me, that would be super awesome. In addition, I am also taking guesses so we are working on a super frilly Loki petticoat. Let me grab that is what it is. And there's more that I need to do the rolled hem on. Let me see if I can find the actual skirt that's in here somewhere. And then we can guess how many yards is it going to take. because we are doing the swirls all the way up. Maple syrup is never stupid. This is true. It's just paying $20 for maple syrup is stupid. How many yards is it going to take to fill this up? $20 is stupid. No, maple syrup is never stupid. It's just $20 for for a liter is the price is what's stupid. Maple syrup is one of the bestest things ever created by nature. I I don't like having to pay so much money for it. But maple syrup, maple candies, pecan maple tarts. Oh, this pastry. Oh, no, maple is one of my most favoriteest flavors, and I wish it wasn't so expensive. Maple syrup is never stupid. Mm-mm. Ow, I thought. Yeah, do we think this is going to take 50 yards to fill up? 75, 100? Slot your guesses in the comment section. Oh, we're inside out. Because I think every 3 to 4 inches, we're going to do another tier of ruffles. So there's going to be a lot of ruffles. And I don't know how many I've done or how many it's going to take. We'll get there. We'll figure that out. Oh, now I want those maple candies. Mmm. One of the best flavors ever. Maple pecan ice cream. Wow, I am getting hungry again. I need to open up the concession stand for humans and not just cats. I thought that I'd cut. Oh no, we counted. We sown so many yards. I think so many more left to go. Now we're back to the rolled hem foot. Okay, Ruffler, you did great. Where are you stuck? I miss this. There used to be this park that we would go to. It was a little like nature preserve. And they had a little wood a log cabin where they over the open fires would cook down the maple sap into syrup. It was so much fun. Oh yes, with so many ruffles money you spend, you will look like a car wash. Probably yes. Yep, this is true. I concur because there is going to be an ungodly amount. Okay, should we have a dramatic pulling up of the ruffles? Where's the end? Alright, it's like Ruffles trying to come out of a clown car. I don't want to pull too hard because I don't want to tear there. Okay. Pile of Ruffles. Here is what we have left to rolled hem and ruffle. I need to find an end. Oops, don't. I could make some. These are aesthetic photos of ruffles and more ruffles. It will be like a car wash ruffler. Actually, I should take the car to the car wash to get a cleaning. Where's the end? There's an end. Oh, this is. Oh. Okay, we'll save that. This is either something that. Okay, that has got both rolled hems in it. I could like fill up an entire I could fill up my bathtub with fabric ruffles right now. There's so much. And I guess if this skirt needed to be washed, it would probably need to go into the bathtub. Okay, how? Not how. The question is where does it end? There. No. He can yell. He's being. What are you doing, Thumper? You are just making so much noise. I mean, I guess I could just cut it and make an end, but somewhere is an end. Should probably just hang on to one piece until I find it, because I keep throwing it down and picking it up again, and that is not an end finding. And it'll be funny if I put this dress on the scale, or weigh myself and then get on the scale with the skirt on, petticoat on. Where did I touch and where did I not touch the ruffle spillover? Yeah. I could just, like pictures of kids in leaf piles in the autumn, I could just lay in be covered by a pile of ruffles right now. I'll have to have Dove help me take some aesthetic photos, or I'll look pretty and I'll see if I trust him to take photos. Don't tell him I said that. He does take. He has a good eye when it comes to me, which is nice. Okay, but and this is this pile where I need to do rolled hemming. Oh, it would have been funny to sew one end to the other and have you looking for the end endlessly. That would be amusing, and I wouldn't put myself past doing something ridiculous like that. Oh, I should put on the foot. Okay. That that would have been a comedic act. Absolutely. Oh, you know what? While we're under here, we should just check the bobbin. Oh, I've got not enough. I'm gonna run out, but I've got a goodly amount. I'm glad I rolled bobbins with this skinny little polyester bobbin thread, because I can get more thread on the bobbin than if I used the fatter cotton, which is helpful. All right. Return to the rolled hem foot for a long period of time. Should we do it? All right. Let's see if we can find the end of what we have yet to do. Let's see. Oh, do. Like, geez, how long is 50 yards anyway? Yeah, seriously. Should we do a count with what I'm good at? What's next? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Oh, 13. Okay, that section has only got 13, but there's more. And those are actually each strip is 120 inches, not just 60, so they're 2 yards each. I would have chosen the same thin thread. It is an undergarment and shouldn't be getting snagged on anything. Yup. I've got cotton for my top thread, but my bobbin thread is skinny and newer. Because I was realizing, as much as I love my old cottons for embroidery and artwork stuff, but for the way I sew garments, some of them were a little delicate. And I was having unsatisfying results, and it was my own fault. Counted 17 yards, counted again. We'll get this. We'll do a final tally when we count all of the tiers after they're attached to the skirt. And that couldn't be a group project. Because I'm going to need somebody to tally. There's probably just in what we've started so far. That's why I'm if the final tally is 100 yards, I'm not going to be surprised. I'm going to laugh maniacally, but I'm not going to be surprised. We will count, and we're going to need to triple check the counting. I might need to have a tally pad, or somebody when we do the counting on the final petticoat. Somebody can have a pad of paper and make a hash mark every time we get there, because after a while they all start to look the same. It's just 1 yard after another. That was fun. I'm glad that we did some rolled hemming, did some gathering, and now we can not be bored by returning back to the rolled hemming. What are they, 7 times 2, 14 that we're working on right now? Something. We'll have an exact count at some point. And I think finally I can repin and start pinning, so we can get closer to having this awesome swishy petticoat perfection. Okay, cats making noises, humans making noises, and there's been a lot of helicopter traffic recently. And they distract me because I hear them, and I'm like, is that civilian or is that from the Air Force Base? And then I always want to know, okay, Ellie, use a mile stick with a wheel to walk the length that measures to the yard. That would work. I was kind of thinking, joking to myself, I'm like, if I count a mile's worth of tiers, that would be absolutely hysterical. That, and I'm going to need to refresh how many yards in a mile, because that's not a maths I do regularly. Oh my gosh. Thank you, everybody who's stopping by the show. We're going to be here for quite some time, but yeah, I switched my time slots. We are here making a ruffles for a fantastical ruffled petticoat that we are soliciting guesses for how many ruffles. This is like Goosey Guess over on Panda Sub's channel with him and Havix playing games. but instead of a fictional guesstimating how many things, this is real, and my guess is that there will be 100 yards of ruffles. So leave your guesses down below, and we will, when we are done sewing them, do a final count of how many ruffles, because I am curious and kind of want to be amazed at how many yards of ruffles we've sewn for this project. And this project is definitely thanks in large part to the cute little fabric store that went out of business, or this roll of fabric. Did I pay $5 for this one or $10? I can't remember. It was very inexpensive because this project is taking a boatload of material, and that is a-okay. Everything's going to need a good dusting and oiling when we're done with this project. Oh, Ellie, you're going to guess 59 yards of finished ruffle. Okay. Let me get my... Oh. Humans are distracting me. So we have one guess. We've got 59 ruffle. 59. Oh, that's fun. I can unpin just by clicking on it. Fancy, fancy Rumble Studios. Continue to be more awesome than last time. And for the best price of free. I'm trying to... Yeah, I don't have any idea. I stopped counting. I think we counted the first time, and we had 13 lengths. That would have been 26 yards, and that didn't even go all the way around the bottom circumference that I had pinned so far, which I'm going to unpin and then use these other ruffles. So this will be a fun guessing game, interactive. All right, now we're back to the rolled hemming, because I do things like this the exact same way every time. Cut a whole bunch of the panels, do the rolled hem on one side, go flip it around, do all of the rolled hem on the opposite side. Then we're using the gathering foot. We could just have easily, and at some point we will use the shirring foot, which just gives a different, more irregular look, and I just wanted to use the gathering foot where everything was perfectly one gather every stitch to make an awesomely swishy flow. Just gonna be great. Just sew in the right direction, kids. Don't sew backwards. Just smile and have fun. Shop your stash. Or I'm shopping my stash most of this year, except for when I was watching people saying that they are saying that at Joann's that things are on sale, but they're really still more expensive than at other places. So I told myself I was going to wait until at least April, probably the middle towards the end of April, if they're supposed to be open till the end of May. Just in case I need anything. And actually, I'm not in need. What are you doing? What noises are coming from your face like that? There is a cat named Luna who walks around, and there's this other cat who is housed because they have a red collar on, not torturing. No, Luna sits inside the window box looking from the outside through the window to the cats, and Loki is very territorial about where he gets fed. He says, "This is my feeding station. There's no other cats allowed here." Depends on the joins you go to, right? I only have, well, there's one in each of the surrounding counties, but the one I'm gonna go to, I haven't been to yet. Maybe, I don't know if I'm gonna have time on Wednesday before the show. I'll have to figure it out. Because I am going to go one last time before they go out of business completely, because it just seems weird not to. And I'm not. They were getting a little funny at the end by being I think folks who were not crafters were doing their ordering, and they were doing the business stuff. And that was kind of a detriment, because how can a non-crafter be expected to know what folks who like crafting are going to want in the store? Oh well. More stuff leaving. And I guess I'm just going to be relegated to looking at the Goodwill for fabric when I shopped my stash to completion, because I am just too afraid of the level of disappointment of buying fabric online that I can't touch first or can't see. I don't like that. I don't know. Not here for it. So, we'll figure it out. I got a little bit of time. Can keep sewing through my stash to see what they might have that I might want. Right now, I don't even know what that would be yet, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter yet. Oh, I love the afternoon light in this room. And the shadows on the hoop wall make such pretty pictures also. But we're not there yet. And the camera's not in front of that wall. There we go. Ham and ham and ham and ham and ham and ham. Why am I got like this weird Mission Impossible not music in my head? We're only sewing Mission Impossible. And yeah, yesterday, some of the stuff in that embroidery book really confused me. I don't think I did a very good job with yesterday's lesson. We're just going to continue for a new section next week. We are more than almost halfway through that book. So when we finish the Singer instructions for art embroidery, should we go through another book or just take a couple weeks and just do some art embroidery sewing? What do folks think they might be interested in? Not that I'm just kidding. Oh God! They're making noises and they startled me. Sorry for your ear holes. Ah, the cats all went outside. That's what's going on. And I will be catless for the next period of time. Oops. Don't flub up your rolled hem, Phoenix. You were doing so good about not fudging up. Yeah, we're doing all sorts of spring cleaning and moving things around, and just mixing things up a little bit. It's fun to do sometimes. Yeah, I think now that we finished that one show on Netflix, I think we're just going to go and cancel it because I was looking, there's nothing that interests me on there. I think our Hulu got canceled. Haven't been watching that either. I'm just not interested in certain things, which is fine. I got the Rumbles and we got the Tubes. What more do I want right now? Okay, so we're just going through sewing a whole bunch of yards and yards of rolled hems. It's super fascinating. It's a rinse and repeat. We will not have a finished garment by the end of the stream. And we haven't for the past couple of shows, but now we're fully back with internet that works. And spaces where when the cats are not running around outside, maybe they will keep us company. And Phoenix will remember to not pet the cat over the coffee cup, because then we just ruin coffee, and that is a shame. Because I ruined my own cup of coffee. It was my own fault. Dumb. How much before our... Oh, I heard it. I was thinking to myself, that sounds like our bobbin ran out. And then I was going along, and sure enough, I was listening, and I heard correctly. No, that's not how we... Where are we stuck? Oh. Okay, why are we stuck in our hammer foot? There we go. All right, time for a bobbin change. Oh, maybe we will do what we did the last time. We'll do all the rolled hem on this section, then put in the gathering, then go back to the next section. That was kind of nice to break up the monotony. I don't mind my brain doesn't know how to speak words. I am just enamored with this, my notions of how awesome and fun this petticoat is going to be to wear. It will be like wearing a workout. There's where it stopped. We're so close to the end too of this panel, but it's fine. Get slotted in between that little rolly section. There we go. I'll get the next one lined up. And we are back in stitches. When I get to the end, I leave the needle down, pick up the presser foot, and just get it I double check to make sure that I'm putting the rolled hem in on the correct side because I'm trying to be good. And I just slide the next one in while the last panel is still there, and then just start stitching again and let the feed dogs do the work. Then I sew 120 inches and I do the same thing over again until we're finally done. Oh, let's see here. I had the Who song stuck in my head. I can hem for miles and miles. Can sew for miles and miles. Oh yeah, yep. Can sew for miles and miles. Yes, we can. And it feels like we have. We can and will. That's funny. You know who we haven't had our trickster, Mr. Kilroy, around in a while? I hope they're doing well. I hope everybody's doing well. I know, I keep changing my times, and I never expect... I am always tickled pink that anyone takes time to hang out with me while we're sewing. It's great. And hem for miles and miles. Yeah, maybe we should rewrite that song, and no AI voices. We'll just get the background check, rewrite the words, and make our own song. Our own parody. Which would be good for the act. Also, I should treat myself, get a couple of old golf clubs to break. Because I spent time chatting about that. I get back to my strong lady tricks, ripping card decks in half and breaking golf clubs over my thigh. But those tricks get expensive also, because the prop only works once. And then you need to replace it, which gets expensive. The hardest cards, I'm gonna forget the name, the super famous ones with the plastic coating, those cards are harder to rip than the non-coated ones. Oh, stuff to look at the Goodwill for, but it would help if those tricks financially recouped themselves. Soon. Soon the circles will be fully back and operational. Gonna look outside to look at the cats, but I forget I'm not in that window where I can just look into the yard where the cats are hanging out. I'm not in that window. I do have to say, it is nice that we've sewed for just about 3 hours and the sun is still out. Bicycle. That's it, Allie. The bicycle plastic coat cards. Yep. Those are the ones that my brain could not think of the name of. I know, if I just say it, Allie will know what I'm talking about. Yup, those bicycle cards. Those are peak card ripping. Oh, you have a pack of those? Yup, or a full plastic. Yup. I do too, but I think I might have 2 packs left over that were my grandma's, because they used to play cards. My grandma would have friends. They would, at their house on the boulevard. I just have my old ones that I don't want to use for that trick, because once that trick is a pack a piece. Yep, those are my special ones. And I was not terrible. I can rip through like a 1 inch. The last time I did it, like a 1 inch phone book. But they don't have phone books. I had a friend of mine who did the phone book ripping trick, and it cost him a gajillion dollars to get one from, where is it? In Mesa, not Mesa County. We're from Arizona. They had to get a huge phone book to rip. Because you can't get phone, like some of these old-fashioned strongman tricks are getting hard to do because the quality of the card decks are different and or super expensive, and they don't give away phone books like they used to. I have not tried, and I don't know if my grip strength is there, how they roll the Teflon pans along their legs sometimes. That one would be fun. I haven't tried that trick, but that's another one. I need to work on the skills lifting tricks besides the ripping tricks, because it takes a lot of supplies with those ones. Oh, let's see here, Allie. There is a card deck for sale locally cheap. $20 for the Canadian National card deck with the 1920 showing Canadian locations. That sounds spectacular. That sounds awesome. But I've not bought in new cards. $20 for a deck of cards. That seems like a lot. Didn't they used to sell like the bicycle cards at the grocery store checkout line for like $1 or $2? But that was in the olden days. That sounds fun. I know, I was thinking the other day about the Robert Moses hydro plant on the Niagara River that we used to go as a field trip. Oh, I miss Niagara Falls. So pretty. So we used to go. That was always funny watching folks like on the Maid of the Mist go on the little boat ride. Can't remember, did we do that one time? Usually we would just go and walk around, have a picnic lunch, and get seasick standing on the bridge, watching the Niagara River go underneath, and then you're like, I would always think that I was moving. My brain perception with the flowing water on the bridge, that's an experience. Let's see here. Do we think we're going to get this project done between today and Wednesday? In my head, I want to say yes, but should probably be realistic that we'll still be working on this next Sunday. We'll see if we're not, but it's possible. That's true, because I don't need to have the ruffles all the way up to the very top of the waist. Maybe I'll give myself 6 inches, have the waistband, and then start the ruffles. Because I don't need to have ruffles right underneath my corset. That would just be weird. And a waist of ruffles. We're not here for... Wow, waffle wafting. Some consonant combinations and word pairings are a wee bit tricky. I know, I've got some cards, but they were for gifts, wedding favors, playing cards. The cards are not the bestest quality. Oh well. Just keep stitching. Just keep stitching, 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 just keep stitching. Ooh. Alright. I'm just, oh, there's our, oops. Phoenix, look at what you're doing. You can check the chat, but you also have to watch the hem foot. Ooh, ischial tuberosities are starting to become tender. That's right. Just a little bit more. I'll have to lay everything out on the floor. Unpin, repin. I pin, you pin, we all pin ruffled petticoats. Yay! I'm glad I didn't stitch those ruffles down yet, so I can undo them, re-finagle things. Because that'll be a nice way to break things up to actually sew ruffles onto said petticoat. Okay. Now I'm stepping on ruffles while we're at it. Ooh. Oh, and I forgot to grab some tea. We're gonna need to get hydrated soon here. Okay. Just a little bit longer, then we'll call it a show for today. I know, I was also starting the show at 3:30, that I was just like waiting to start sewing. And I was like, okay, I just want to sew now. So we just changed things so I can sew whenever I want to, because it's my sewing machine and I'll sew when I want to, darn it. Yeah, do we think the mock-up for the shirtwaist, that should be a quick project. It's figuring out, just doing a little finagling on the sleeve pattern. But maybe we'll try something different. I just come to play, I'm not an authority on anything sewing related other than through time, and I'm not that good. We consult Allie for our extra things. You have turned into a ruffle wrestler or a ruffle rustler. Yes. Can I be the ruffle wrestling rustler? The rustling ruffle wrestler? Yes. Yes. We have been. I have. That is for sure. Oh, and it's nice that this is not the worst fabric we've ever wrestled or ruffled. Oh, that's what I was going to say, was that maybe I'll figure out the camera or move things around so I can be on the floor and I can show what I think I'm going to do for adjusting that sleeve pattern, how I think to slash and spread the one I already have drafted. Because that stuff I don't show, mostly because I don't know if I feel confident in it. So, we'll try. Because there is more to than just the stitching, but I don't know if, watching me cut yards and yards of ruffles on the floor is not most exciting. So I just put the TV on and put a program on and just get my pieces and cut and cut and cut. But I need to finish ruffling, pin stuff down so I know how much more to go. But I did look at the roll that this fabric came off of, and it's like, oh, it actually is starting to look like I've used some fabric off the roll. Oh, I think it's Time to eat. I said I was gonna make. Alright, let's do it, Phoenix. Just get to the end of this section and then you can walk, get up, and stretch your legs. The schmaltz shop. Oh, can I do. Or am I gonna poop out? Oh, no. There's not. Okay, I can do this. Okay. I'm gonna get this rolled hem finished, and then I'm probably gonna. Not probably. I'm gonna get this rolled hem finished, and then I'm gonna call it a show. But we have a couple yards to go. Just a couple more. And then there's the pile that is still left to go. Okay, where's Dumpy? It's getting all like crinkly. Okay, deep breaths. Happy smile. Sit up straight. Drop your shoulders. Happy stitches. Happy stitches. We don't want angry costumes. We want happy costumes. I know it still doesn't look like this gray cone of thread that we've been working off of for 2 years. At some point, I'll be sad when it's actually gone, but it still doesn't even look used yet. Alright. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. 1, 2, no, drive forward. 3 times a lady. What? Okay. Sometimes you do not understand the Rolodex of songs that just randomly filters through. I haven't sung Camtown Girls in a while, though. Do, 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 sing that song. Do, da, do, da. Camtown ladies sing that song all the do-da day. Do, 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 do. My brain is like, oh, if you just treadle faster, you'll get done a little bit faster, which is partially true, but then also just increases the likelihood of my bobbin threads looking gross. And I want pretty stitches. Alright. Oh, lady, you're a good old pal with steam walls on the Erie Canal. You always know your partner and you always know your pal if you've ever navigated on. Wow, I am Erie Canal. Low bridge, everybody come on. Low bridge, corner to town. You always know your neighbor and you always know your pal. Navigated on the Erie Canal. Oh no! we back? Started singing, and then I came back at the 3 hours, and it said, F that. It was a big, oh no, lost all my chat, but I have, are we still live? It says we're still live. Alright, I guess Rumble Studio still has the 3 hours fuck you feature. Okay, good to know. That was exciting. Not. Did it glitch out for everybody, or was it just me in studio? Oh well. Let's get this hemming and hawing done. Oh. Glanced, I got lost in my hemming, and then I turned back around, and holy, that was a stressful sight for my little eyes to behold. Did not care for that. It completely bounced me from the page. Oh well, we're back. For a little bit longer, just a few more minutes. Oh, it was fine. Perfect. Well, I'm glad it was good for everybody else, because studio bounced me for a second. I was like, oh, this feels... It's like, where are we really gone? I forget that it had that 3-hour glitch. At least this time they made it in giant letters, and it completely changed the look of the screen. It was like, you must refresh your screen. I was like, okay. Done. Because we're almost there. I know. The way I did reinforce it, everybody's those different types of projects. Some folks are a couple hours, they're done, and then Phoenix, a couple of weeks, and sometimes we're finished with a project. Just a few more minutes for today. Or for the show. I might do some gathering by myself later, but maybe I won't. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. In the age of TikTok length vids, it's not a glitch series, right? Fair. I refuse. I don't watch short form content like that. I don't enjoy it. Unless the only time I consume any of it is if somebody has compiled a whole bunch from a creator and I'm looking at a couple of things. But yeah, or even hearing folks talk about a 4-minute video being long, I was like, oh my god, I show up and stream for hours. One of these days we're probably gonna have a 6 hours stream and really see what we can get done in a goodly amount of time. But yeah, it's not my jam. To each their own. I don't care. I don't have to watch it. I hear folks like grumbling, like, "Oh, we wish Rumble had shorts." And it's like, you can post short form content. Their search engine, all these things are funny anyway. Like, it doesn't matter. Post what you want. It doesn't matter, kids. Okay. Almost done with this section. If I say that we're almost done, I would be lying because I don't think we're almost done yet. But I look forward to slipping this on and seeing how many swirls we can do. I should look at the videos and see if I can learn the dance. Because then I can put on my stockings, my cute little boots, my ankle boots, and like pretty shapes with our petticoats. Oops. Don't fudge up your old hems. You've been doing so good. Don't fudge it up now, kids. You know, every time I think I'm getting close to the end, my brain is like, oh, this is when you can just like go on autopilot. And then I have to be like, no, Phoenix, this is when you actually need to pay more attention because you will flub it up hardcore at the very end because you're getting distracted and just want to be done. So, sometimes, you know, when you just need to give your brain a change of scenery so that you can have a fantastical project rather than rushing and then just having everything be so good just to have it turn into a pile of poofles right at the edge. And the huffle pile. No, we're doing okay. Nope, drive the other direction, kids. Did I break the thread? Yeah, I can tell. I'm gonna need to get to the end because my brain is like, we're not paying attention anymore. I'm in the sewing equivalent of driving down a long straight highway for hundreds of miles with no change in scenery. And you just zone out and forget where you are. That's where my brain is that's where I'm at, which is also how I know I need to take a break. We're almost there. I think just a little bit more distracting. Let's hear Allie. Distracted sewing can lead to, yeah, it's true, to finger wounds and even crushed treadle toes. Be careful. I will. Yes. Fortunately, my toes are both on the treadle, this project really does not need a blood sacrifice. Have we offered our 2020? No, we don't even joke about blood sacrifices. Yes, these are definitely all hazards of sewing and treadles in particular. Oh, Prairie Province driving miles of the same thing. Yup. Indeed. That's like just a couple more panels and then we're going to call it a show because I know I can tell I need to pay extra. And I'm just starting to, no. Yep. Well, kilometers, right. Same difference. All those clicks and clicks of nothing different. so pretty, but you're like, this looks just like the last 100 kilometers, 500 kilometers. Yeah, I'm glad. I appreciate everybody coming for the new showtime. Yeah, I think the weekend shows, we're going to start at noon o'clock Pacific Standard Time on Saturday and Sunday because just like a little, I like some things to be the same. Just the lunchtime. We start at lunchtime until we're done. Or I can't sit still anymore. Okay, just a little bit more, Phoenix. You said you would get these last panels done. Now, Allie, your dad would fall asleep. Would fall asleep at the wheel in Saskatchewan and wake up 20 minutes later, still going. That is terrifying. Oh my, that is so scary. Oh man, that. Yikes. That is crazy. Yeah. Oh my goodness. What muscle control though? Not only to still be driving straight, but to have been was there cruise control in that car? Because I maybe it's just me. I refuse. Well, I don't like driving with the cruise control. I like being in control of the car, and it also helps me just pay attention. I don't even know if I know how to turn the cruise control on. I never use it. Though most of the time these days I'm just going, it doesn't make sense to use it. Okay, Phoenix, don't look at what the pile is left. Just work through it and be done. Then you can run around. Yeah, no creepy faces. Just happy. I know I gave a soliloquy on gamer face the other day. Oh, on Wednesday. It's the same as juggler face or sewer face. We don't want to be zoned out with our mouth catching flies. It's too soon. I don't need to review that lesson quite yet. We'll talk about it next week. Okay, just a few more inches to go. Just a few more inches of the rolled hem to sew. The rolled hem to sew. Just a few more inches make the rolled hem go. Medicine, fall down, medicine. Oh, let's see, hemming first, then chasing kitties, or getting, right, hairless coffee next. Yes, no sewing flies. No, we are not sewing flies. Yep, hem first, play with cats, hairless coffee. I like that. That is a perfect order of operations. And I also see something with protein. I need a protein snack. I haven't, kind of running on excitement and caffeine and half of a pancake that didn't even have any maple syrup on it. It was just plain. Yeah, we are not sewing flies. Though Doug came home yesterday and said that he found at the Goodwill an entire fly fishing rod in the case with all the things. He's like, I want to go fly fishing. Like, okay. I don't know if he's gotten his fishing license for the year yet, but I guess we'll do that. That will be next on the agenda. Oh, wait. No, don't get excited. You'll get to the end when it comes to your hand. Don't look, don't count, just pay attention so you don't blow up the ending. Okay, you can stop to unroll because we're. Oh, my ischial tuberosities are so hurty. Okay, this bench is better. Still not 100%, but less numbness inducing than the proper sewing bench. Synth, what's up? It's going so good. I am sewing ruffles and piles and all sorts of stuff. We're gonna do a little bit longer, but I hope you've been had a great weekend. I know, Rumble, you've been crushing it with viewers, but you guys have all been working and lurking on me, which is completely fine. But, oh, good. Working on a twirly swirly skirt. Maybe we'll have it maybe I can have it done so I can make a picture of myself watching myself on your show dancing in my new skirt. We'll see if we can make that happen. I gotta do some more sewing. Okay, don't flub up at the end. Just trying to pay attention because I want to rush and be done. Right. We'll see if I can make this happen because this skirt is super twirly whirly and that would be a really funny picture. So now that I said it, I want to make that happen. So, I've got a few more hours of sewing in my future, but after a break. Oh, that is going to be good. All right, now I've got a goal. Sometimes it's nice to not have goals and deadlines, and sometimes I just need a goal and a deadline, and I'm so excited for this project. I absolutely want it to be finished. Now my feet are getting numb treadling. Yeah, I need to be done soon. Or soon. But I hope everybody's been having a great weekend. I apologize that tomorrow is Monday. It's not my fault. I didn't make the schedule. Oh, it's good to have a goal. Yes, but damn, it sucks when you miss it. I know, right? Like, I have these self-imposed goals, and then I still get mad at myself if I am not done on time, which is, like, lame. It's okay. Like, why beat ourselves up over self-imposed goals that nobody cares, nobody knows? It's like when things don't go right, the difference between just like smiling and not talking about it and playing it off versus complaining about it. It's like if you just shut your face, nobody's gonna know, and they're still gonna think it was a great time. Even if inside you're like scathing about all the disasters that have happened. It doesn't matter. Like me just trying to pay attention just for this next little section because I am in the sewing prairie of miles and miles of the exact same scenery, and I need a change. Synth says even if they do know, it's like usually not even a little thing. I guess it's good that you actually care about it though. Otherwise, what would ever get done exactly? I'd probably push it out forever. Yeah, sometimes it's pushing it out, or there's the just wanting to start on the next new thing because it's fresh. Like, oh, if I don't try to be quasi project monogamous, I just get so many things started and I don't want to finish any of them, and then none of them get finished, but I've got mountains of things started. So we're like, yeah, let's just enjoy the process, then move on to the next process. Yep. And even if people know what the end goal is supposed to be, if y'all just have a good time, it's gonna be fine. It's all about the funds, the joy. And I'm going to be so joyfully swirling around this skirt that looks like a car wash brush. Ugh. Phoenix, I don't want to look like a cupcake. Also, Phoenix, I love this cupcake skirt that I just made another one of. Oh, okay. Why did I look? We're so... Okay, Phoenix, just get this section done. You can stop. As soon as this is done, you can take a break. Okay, you have to... I like to finish my shit, but towards the end of getting it done, I get so damn pressured on myself, I guess. Pressured on myself, says Synth. I guess at least I'm not one of those who has to be perfect before I get done with the project. Yeah, I've given up trying to be like... I don't like to be... Perfect is overrated, but... Because I think if we get too into the perfection brain, then things never get done. But yeah, I do enjoy seeing like a beautiful finished project. But then also I get excited about like starting the shiny new. I'm everything. I have all the things. Right now I'm having I wish these last couple of pieces would just sew themselves. Oh, let's see here, Synth. Yeah, one of your old friends was super smart and creative, but crippled by perfection. Never got anything done. Yeah, it's real, and it's so unfortunate because I think that's why I enjoyed with almost before we started going through the embroidery instruction book, because I would just play and it was like there was no pressure because I was like, it doesn't matter. And finding it like some stuff, figuring out how, yeah, the degree. Sometimes you need to be super careful, and other times you just need to give yourself permission to just make a mess and play. Like I've just made a mess in front of the camera of my... No, just so other way, kids. Ah, the heaps of fabric. I'm gonna have to put all this on the floor, lay in the middle of it, take a picture, because this would be silly. Yeah, certain things I like to be very careful on, and other things I'm like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And usually it's somewhere in the middle. Like, you need to be careful, but not too careful, but not lazy, but not too lazy. What's the right middle ground? Oh my god, you got the exact same cat tree. Oh, we got this one last year for the cats for Christmas. That's really funny. Oh, unfortunately, I don't have a cat sitting in said cat tree. Freya Frufers is behind me. It's a good cat tree. Though this little middle section, only Freya Frufer sometimes crawls up in there, and not generally. Little man's usually like flooped over all of the sections because he's so big that one perch is not big enough for his fanny. Yep, I moved stations where I was next to the router, and my streams actually go when they're not being in the internet hellhole, black hole that I had been in. Let's see here. Can we see what's going on? No. what we see is piles of fabric to be sewn into hemming. In about 40 more yards, we'll have a project finished. No, but Allie guessed 59 yards for the whole thing. We'll have to see who the winner is. Let's hear since looks like your setup is different. I did move rooms. I did. Yeah, I'm back. I did good noticing. Yes, I moved rooms. This is the first room I streamed in 3 years ago. Moved around to a different room, and now we're back to my original streaming space. So I spent because the past couple of weeks, I would get the show started, and then the internet would just like poop out on me, or I couldn't even start the show because my computer was like, yeah, bitch, we refused to connect to the internet. So instead of fighting in the space that I had been using, Dove helped me move. We moved 6 sewing machines and a whole bunch of stuff to come back to this space. But got more room, more cat trees, different beautiful picture windows for natural light, and I like this room. This is a more public room. Not that, yeah. Good eye, good sir. Alright, I think we just have 2 or 3 left for this section of today's misadventures. So close. So close to the end for today. But yeah, the cats like me being in here. I like this room better. Different. So they don't like is that there's carpet in this room, and if I drop pins, I can't hear them fall. Pins on carpet don't make a sound, and I don't care for that, but I just had to work with what I got. Okay, just pay attention for a little bit longer. Yeah, I've got my plants, more cat trees, more bigger windows. You'd end up stepping on a pin, the curse. I've done that too. Yeah, when I was little in my grandma's sewing room, you always had. Actually, when we were really little, we weren't allowed in grandma's sewing room because there was probably pins or needles on the floor, and when we were old enough to go in there, we had to wear shoes. I have to be careful because I have stepped on pins. I've actually I found pins in the bed before. I found pins in garments that I'd finished sewing that I thought I'd taken out all of the pins just to be like, it had gone through the washing machine and different stuff, and then I'm like, why am I being stabbed? Oh, I forgot a pin. Mostly I don't mind so much if I step on a pin, but I don't want the cats to step on pins, so I do try to be very careful for their sakes, because I don't want them to get hurt. I think this might be the last panel for today. Maybe there's one more. We'll see what happens when I get to the end of this section. Thanks for everybody who's let's see here. Allie O, keep looking for one of those pinpointer wand metal detectors, used or cheap. That is a funny idea. And that I'll have to look at the Goodwill, because that is a good way to make sure I don't have pins lost in the carpet. Ellie, you are so smart. So very smart. I appreciate your knowledge and the time everybody takes for hanging out with silly me. I know, Dell would get mad at me because I'm usually the self-deprecating kind, and I'm trying to talk a little bit nicer to myself, even though I'm still generally self-deprecating because I don't know. Keeps me humble. I want to go to the Goodwill, but I'm not supposed to be shopping yet. I have enough stuff. I am not in want. I'm not in need. I'm in want. I am not in need. I'm in want. And I want this to get up from the sewing machine for a few minutes. I want to get up now. I think. Okay, don't get excited, Phoenix. Don't walk up at the very end. You're doing so good. No. So good. Come on. You just have to pay attention for a few more minutes. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit. Just a little bit longer. We can have our dramatic pull-up moment. That did not sound right. We'll have our clown car moment of fabric. I think I've just got one more section with the roll hem and the gathering to do. Oh, let's see here. Since self-deprecating over someone full of themselves one day of the week, just that I'm the shit attitude. Never been for it. That's all right. Yeah, I don't know. It's easier to make fun of myself. Well, it kind of goes with the end of the show. Don't laugh at others unless I've laughed at myself. So I try not to be too nasty to myself, but also I think along the way I was told that for just as many compliments and people saying nice things about you, they can just as easily say like horrible things. So I just try to figure out like not let either of it get to your head too much. Oh, but Phoenix, just pay attention. You have like 18 inches left and then you can take a break. Alright, just a little bit more. We're almost there. We're so close to the end of this panel, and then I will look up, and then I will stand up. Okay, alright, this section is coming to a conclusion. Okay, stand up. Oh god, my butt hurts. Okay. I'm not going to count how many yards, but we will collect it from underneath the sewing table. Now this section needs gathering. Need to unpin, repin, and get stuff ready for Wednesday. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming to hang out while we stitched at the new time, the weekend time, Saturday and Sunday, noon o'clock, Pacific Standard Time. The concession stand for the cats opens up and sewing starts shortly after. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been great. I appreciate you all for hanging out with me. I'm going to call it a show for today because we've stitched. Is this our record? Our longest show, 3.5 hours? Maybe next week we'll go 4. We'll see what happens. All right, everybody. Don't wait till tomorrow to be fabulous today, and don't laugh at others unless you've laughed at yourself. You've all been great. Have a great week. I will be back on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to hit the end show button. All right, everybody. Bye.